We had been advocating for some time for renewable energy sources when renewables, and particularly offshore wind, became very cost competitive. And our members started to look at offshore wind as a renewable energy source that not only can reduce emissions and address climate change and meet our energy needs, but it also creates a job source and an economic development strategy for the Commonwealth where we really could be a leader in the economic development of offshore wind. You know, when you think about the industry, it's not simply the turbine in the ocean. There's a whole supply chain that's involved with that. There's a whole workforce development strategy that's involved with that. There's colleges engaging in training people. There's the financial support in the financial industry. So other than the turbine in the ocean, the offshore wind industry provides great opportunity for the economy of New England by virtue of the supply chain and all of the businesses that support the placement of that turbine in the ocean. When one thinks about offshore wind as an industry and the ecosystem that emerges around that, I have no doubt that New England could be a hub that would support an industry to the magnitude of $100 billion. You know, if you think about the fact that billions of dollars are spent in this region on energy every year, and you think about the economic impact of keeping that money here as opposed to it going elsewhere, keeping it here in New England, the economic ramifications of that could be enormous. New England has amongst the highest energy costs in the country. And frankly, that is a competitive disadvantage for many businesses, particularly large users of electricity. Offshore wind is a strategy to address that by providing competitively priced energy while at the same time reducing emissions and addressing climate change. I think there's a legacy in Massachusetts and New England around offshore wind that began with Cape Wind, and there was a narrative around it. And that narrative has completely changed to the point now where offshore wind provides a strategy for New England that can reduce emissions, can address climate change, can reduce cost, and can also provide an economic development opportunity for the region. I think that's really important. Yeah, from my perspective, there is no downside to offshore wind.